What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This here's Logistical Response, and I am thoroughly beating this dead horse all the way into the ground until it turns into dust, and I will continue to do so because the corporate press and the mainstream narrative machine are doing the exact same thing. They're trying to propagate another Trump hoax, and they're actually culminating a bunch of different other Trump hoaxes to go along with it. As we covered in the last video, Kamala Harris was bringing up the suckers and losers. Well, it's just outright insane what these people are doing to everybody, right? They're trying to lie to you. They're trying to put out this narrative that's false. That, right? NBC is one of the worst about this. We had an interview with Tom Cotton I got coming up where he thoroughly destroys these people, but it's like they don't even listen to what he says. They're still trying to propagate this lie that Donald Trump went there for political purposes. He put on a campaign event at the Arlington National Cemetery, and it's nothing but lie. We heard from the Gold Star families that no, we asked Donald Trump to show up. We asked him to bring a videographer and a photographer to take video and pictures for remembrance purposes, not for campaign purposes. And sure, Donald Trump posted a TikTok video to his campaign channel. So what, right? Once again, do you think that Donald Trump, because he's running a campaign, stops being a human being because he's running a presidential campaign? No, he doesn't. That means he still does human activities. A lot of human activities. And this is one of those human activities. He had to stop his scheduled events to go and do this for these people, to show up and support these people, because Kamala Harris is not doing so. But let's get into the interview before I rant on forever.
Let me ask you about another one of the big headlines this week, Donald Trump's visit to Arlington National Cemetery. You've been talking about this. He attended a wreath-laying ceremony, obviously, for the 13 service members who were killed during the U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. He was invited by those family members, important to say that. He also had campaign staffers with him. Photos, videos were posted on a campaign site. Taking campaign photos and videos at grave sites is forbidden under federal law. You, of course, served at Arlington Cemetery in the Old Guard, so I know that this is a sacred place for you. Bottom line, though, I guess, Senator, is it ever appropriate to make campaign content at military grave sites?
He didn't take campaign photos there. These families, Gold Star families, whose children died because of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's incompetence, invited him to the cemetery, and they asked him to take those photos because, as they told me yesterday when I spoke to Kelly Barnett and Darren Hoover, the parents of Taylor Hoover, who has Arkansas ties, they don't get to go to the beach on Labor Day. They don't get to have barbecues. This is their one chance to have a memory of their children, to commemorate their service and to honor their sacrifice. They wanted President Trump there. They wanted to take those photos. You know who the families also invited? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Where were they? Joe Biden was sitting at a beach. Kamala Harris was sitting at her mansion in Washington, D.C. She was 4 miles away. 10 minutes. She could have gone to the cemetery and honored the sacrifice of those young men and women. But she hasn't. She never has spoken to them or taken a meeting with them.
Well, they did meet with them.
Now, Tom Cotton does a pretty good job at thoroughly dismantling their narrative right here, right? She comes in with such a biased question, like, what happened to the media being objective? Of course, I covered that in a video yesterday. As a matter of fact, I think it came out this morning, but I'm not sure. You know, these videos kind of blur into none, but Tom Cotton does a really good job. Comes out just outright, no, it wasn't for political purposes. It wasn't for campaign purposes. But what a biased question. Acting as if she knows for a fact that Donald Trump only showed up here for a campaign event or for political purposes whatsoever. These people are just insane. They're trying to lie to you, and I'm trying to tell you that, look, don't take my word for it. Just think about some of these questions that they're asking. Think about some of their statements that they make. These people are biased. They're trying to lie to you. They're trying to make you believe a false reality. And why is this? Because they're all activists. That's what I believe, because that's what the evidence shows, right? There's zero evidence whatsoever that Donald Trump showed up here strictly for political purposes, took video and posted it online for political purposes, right? People take videos and post online all the time, and they don't run a campaign. They're not there for politics. People do stuff like this all the damn time. You can't, for a fact, get out there and state that you know, as some TV host, that you know that that's what he did it for. But that's how you're portraying the question. That's how you're getting it out there. But once again, Tom Cotton thoroughly dismantles this.
During the dignified
It's
transfer.
because of
they
her,
were with them at the dignified transfer.
Her and Joe Biden's incompetence, those 13 Americans were killed in Afghanistan.
Well, not everyone obviously was pleased with this visit. And again, just the law says memorial services and ceremonies at Army, national, military cemeteries will not include partisan political activities.
And it didn't, Chris. President Trump wasn't wearing a red...
It was posted on a campaign site, though.
He wasn't wearing a red MAGA hat.
I understand.
He didn't have a Trump hat.
It was posted on the
just
Trump
like Joe
TikTok
Biden, just like Joe Biden has posted content of himself in the cemetery or in other cemeteries or at a dignified transfer.
Yeah.
They're all American citizens. They have a right to go there and to honor the sacrifice of those 13 Americans who Joe Biden and Kamala Harris sent to their death.
These people just can't seem to help themselves when they want to disparage the other side constantly. What happened to objectivity? Like I said earlier, this just makes no sense, and it pisses me off to no end, because we need a media. We need a legacy news agency that will get out there and tell you the truth, that won't try to put a bias on facts and try to give you their version of the truth, right? We just want reality for what it is. We don't want this garbage coming out of the legacy media. It's just nonsense is all it is. They can't tell the truth, and if they do give you the facts, once again, it's always with a bias. It's always pushed to one direction. And I don't know, I can't stand this. I just wanted to put this quick video together to show this little interview right fast. Of course, it was a much longer interview, but that was the only interesting part of it. So I just wanted to throw it together to see what you guys think. That's all I got for this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. Once again, have I thoroughly beaten this dead horse into oblivion? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I promise my next video will not include anything about the Arlington Cemetery hoax that is currently being propagated to you guys out there. Y'all let me know what y'all think. That's all I got. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day. Stay legitical. Peace.